Today I'm joined by Jovy Phuong, a co-owner of Iron Walk in Bryson City. And today I'm going to be interviewing her on what it's like to be an entrepreneur. So the first question is, what appeals most to you about being a business owner? What was the drive behind starting your own business?
So that I can focus on my own agenda. I'm not working for anyone else. No one tells me what to do. I've worked both sides where I had to work at the casino. I was a cashier and I needed to be there on time or earlier most of the time. And really, that company only look out for itself. You're just a number to them because you can't even call out. And with your own business, you decide this. You're the driving force. There would be busy days where you'd say, okay, I'm going to go ahead and close down early today, but that's your choice. You see, whatever you put in the front door, when you say you're opening up at 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock, whatever that may be, you have to follow up with that. Okay?
So that sense of being independent really was drawing.
Yes, and that I'm the kind of person I don't want people to tell me what to do. I'm getting old. I want to be able to do it myself. So, I get very stressed when people tell me what to do. So with this one, hey, I'm my own boss. I can do pretty much anything I want.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on to the next question. What are some key characteristics that can help any business owner succeed? Are there any character traits that define success?
For me, motivation, honesty is very important. Okay? You being honest with what you do. And the most thing is, do something where people are not looking, you do the right things. Always do the right things.
Okay. What are some of the things that you look for in an employee?
Loyalty. Caring for where they work. And they have to be happy with what they're doing. Because if I see none of that, I'll tell them to go ahead and hit the highway. I'm very direct. I tell you what it is that I expect of you. And first time, okay. Second time, all right. The third time, I'm going to be thinking of what it is that I can do for you. To either, you're going to be in my team or you need to look for another job.
Okay, so moving on to the next question. Are there any tips for a person wanting to start their own business?
Yes. Be dedicated. Number one. Number two, you always have to be optimistic. Okay, always positive thoughts and you get a good outcome. Number three, you make sure that your finances are in good order, meaning that you've saved up 3 months so that if something does go wrong, that you have something to fall on to. Okay, that's the reality of having your own business. Because you don't have a backup. You have to have a backup plan. Okay? Talk to a good financial advisor if you're not, sure about it. But those are the key components. Do your homework. Okay? Do your homework.
Okay. That's some very good advice. What are some of the most important things that a business owner should pay attention to when starting out?
Expenses. The first thing is their expenses. And also they have to look out to what it is, like your utilities. Conserve is the best way. Okay? Why hire another person if you can do it yourself? Those are the key. Okay? Because rather than you pay someone else, you pay yourself or your family member. So the money doesn't go out just like that anywhere. I'd rather pay, Hayden is my nephew, rather than pay another person that I can't really trust and, I don't think that they're able to do the job properly. Okay, I don't mind if they're exceptionally good.
Okay. Okay, and the next question is, how do you overcome difficulties when they arise for your business?
It does happen, but the first thing you do is pray and just to keep focus and do your best to stay healthy. Then talk to a good friend rather than talking it out loud, and maybe they can actually help you, decide what you can do next.
Yeah, so having that close person that you can confide in and just talking it out with some people to really figure out the problem.
Yes. I won't want to go to any of your employees and start telling them what's happening. The best way is to, stay focused and stay firm, and you'll get there eventually.
That's some good advice. Okay, the next question is, how important is it to know people in the community? How is it beneficial to have a network of people that you can call?
It is very beneficial to know many people. Well, get to know people that's like important in the community. People just like the Chamber of Commerce in that business setting, really, so that they can actually help you. And, for the small community, you have to get to know your customer eventually because they'll be the one that's going to support your business.
Yeah, getting to know the community and being connected is very vital for small business. I would agree with that.
Yes.
Okay, what are some red flags that every starting business should avoid?
Is getting into debt so soon, or some businesses once they've opened up and they're doing well, and then they reopen another business close by, or they overindulge themselves, thinking that, hey, I'm invincible. You have to make sure that you have a good business plan to do anything. Okay?
So knowing your business is
Yes.
super important,
Yes, yes.
and being conserved and having a budget.
Yes. Steady budget really helps with that.
Hmm. How do you recognize business opportunities?
Um, I look at what people needs. I see, mainly the children, my children. I see how, being a consumer yourself, you have to know what you'd like and what sells. In this world, it's always, what it's the needs and the wants of people. And you have to be able to, to have that when they need it. Do you understand? It's supply and demand.
Yeah. So really knowing what is wanted in the area, like doing market research, for
Yes.
instance.
Well, I don't do market research, but I do it as a consumer, like what I like and what's supposed to be trendy. And, it helps when, you see other people using that same thing or wanting the same thing.
Just understanding the wants of the
Yes,
consumer at the
yes,
time, given the
yes,
area and everything.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
exactly.
Oh, okay. And the final question that I have for you are, what were some of the most difficult lessons that you learned from being an owner?
You have to fall hard. You cannot say that you made it or I've become success when you don't fall. Okay? You have to fall. I understand that art of the art of having to know what you have to do once you fall down. Okay? Because if you have never fallen, you'll never know. And you can never say that, hey, I've become success of doing some of this. I would frown on people saying that, oh, I'm a success, but they've never fallen. They really don't know how it is to become a successful person.
Yeah. So from failure,
Yes.
you need to learn from that.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for your time, Jovy.
You're welcome.